you're in your prime, right? You're in the prime time of your life. And I want to give you some information from someone who is well past his. I was sitting here at work and I was thinking about when I was younger, and all of the things that I wish that I would have done differently.
Alright, obviously we're back. So today we're just gonna literally be reacting to a video that actually went viral on TikTok. It's just some older guy. He looks like he's in some kind of construction fit or whatever. And he's literally just giving advice for teenagers between the ages of 18 and 29. So I can imagine OG was dropping some serious game to be getting almost 500k likes, almost 100,000, 100 more than 100,000 shares actually, and 12,000 comments. So yeah, let me screen record and let's just get straight into it.
This is for my young men who are between the ages of 18 and let's say 28, 29. Listen, if this is you, that means you're in your prime, right? You're in the prime time of your life. And I want to give you some information from someone who is well past his. I was sitting here at work and I was thinking about when I was younger, and all of the things that I wish that I would have done differently. I want to share that with you today in hopes that you will begin to do some things differently that could, alter the course of your life. You will not be 19, 25, 28 forever, right? Now, I know that may sound trivial, but it's the truth, because back when I was that age,
Yeah, now time flies
I didn't
quick
think
though.
about the
Like,
fact
this is
that I
probably
would
gonna
be
be ironic
54
coming from
years
somebody
old
who's
one
actually
day.
22 years of age, but I feel like it was almost like last year or 2 years ago when I was like 17, 18, and then it's like somebody snapped a finger and all of a sudden I'm 22 years of age. Like, you know what I mean? It really comes around quick. So imagine now, that's from 17 to 22, my age now. Imagine from my age now to like 30. I can imagine it goes super, super fast, probably depending on the way you're living your life. But let's hear OG out though. Let's see what else he's saying.
Everything that I was doing was for that moment. And yes, I went to school and I had jobs and I did all of that stuff,
For the
but I
future.
really wasn't thinking about my future, right? I was too busy being distracted rather. For us back then, it was women, right? Everything was women. We was chasing women, right? And when I look back on it, I spent so much time chasing women that I didn't build, or I didn't use that time wisely enough to build myself, right?
Yeah,
Now,
everybody has their
listen,
vices, man.
I
Everyone has their little distractions. For some people it's going out and drinking. For some people it's drugs. For some people it's just the whole party life. For other people it's chicks. Man, you need to find your vice and eliminate it ASAP because, man, it's like he's saying, man, we're not going to be here forever, really and truly. We don't have an unlimited time over here on this earth, so you really got to find what's important to you and really chase it, what makes you happy, what brings a smile to your face, like what's your purpose almost, and it's like once you find that, like you have to really be willing to drop everything and just go, like absolute tunnel vision, but not a lot of people make it though. Like that's a lot of sacrifice you have to really make. So not a lot of people get there. But let's continue. Let's see what he's saying. TikTok's bugging now.
you know, pretty decent dude. Pretty decent dude. I have worked a job. I have raised children. I have done a lot of great things. But when I look back over it, I could have done so much
Yeah, you
better
got regrets.
in life. You're going to get older one day. And the things that were important to you, the people that were important to you back when you were 20 something,
Damn.
You know, they'll be
Yeah, I
nowhere
hear
to be
this one a
seen
lot. Being 22
when you
right
get up.
now, this is one that I hear a lot, and I don't really understand it. Maybe I'll understand it one day, but I keep hearing this phrase of all these older people saying the people that I'm hanging around now will not be the people that I'm hanging around with in 8 years or so. Let's say so when I'm 30, and it's quite fascinating to me because it's like some of the people I've been hanging around with now, I've grown up with them my whole life. So it's difficult for me to sit here and imagine like, okay, I'll be living a life where they're literally almost non-existent. Now, I'm not saying it's impossible. I've kind of seen it happen, secondary school or whatever, college. A couple of friends fall off, they disappear. But generally, my close friends, my close group, they seem to still be with me. But I don't know. I guess maybe one day I'll look back on this video and I'll understand it a bit better. But that's one I hear so often, but it's one that I can't really comprehend, probably because of my age. But
In age, right? So listen, to my young men in their prime, build yourself. Start building yourself. Listen, I don't know what you like to do. I don't know what you're into, but whatever you love to do, start doing that, learning more about it, um, figuring out how you can make money off of it, and build on that, right? Build yourself. Build
self
yourself.
development is
Listen to
actually
young.
so important. Like, yeah, like I said, a lot of people have their vices. They go through life just constantly chasing these things that are like pretty meaningless, to be honest. Like, um, but yeah, like I said, life is not. It's not. You don't have an infinite amount of time. You have a limited amount of time out here. So OG's really spitting game in terms of talking about building yourself. A lot of people don't take time to invest in themselves, physically, go to the gym, or whether it just be knowledge, reading books, or whether it just be something as simple as like your passion is, I don't know, art. So you put your money into, making sure you're the best artist you can be. Yeah, a lot of people are really scared to invest in themselves, but they won't think twice about, hey, let's go out and let's spend some money on some drinks, or yeah, let's take this girl on a day and take her this place and that place and travel and But do you know what I mean? At the end of the day, like you have to really remember what's important to you and what's going to benefit you in the long run. You need to be thinking for the long run. A lot of people make the mistake of thinking in the short term, but
Young lady that you're running after or you're so concerned with right now, no cut against them, but I don't care how good you think you look. I don't care how good you think you slang that thing. Them girls are going to somebody who got something, or they're going to the man that has the most,
yeah,
right?
they're trying to cheat, they're trying to
And
find the
if you
best, man.
spend,
So yeah, you don't have no emotion, you don't have anything going for yourself. You'll quickly realize like, all right, cool, I'm competing here and I'm on the lower end of the scale right now. Life will humble you quick, man.
all of your time, I don't care if it's video games, chicks, whatever it is, but if you spend all of your time on that and you're not building yourself, what you're going to find out once you get older is that the women that you want, right? No, they don't want you. They want the guy that got something. The guy that while you was looking at the big booty and everything else, the guy that was busy working on himself
The guy that
and
made
getting himself
sacrifices.
together and building himself. So I listen, I don't know what's distracting you, young man. But you will not be this age forever. You are going to blink. You're going to be 30.
That's
You're going
what
to
I'm
blink
saying,
again.
though. Like
You're going
even
to be
from that age,
45.
from the age of 17 to 22, I feel like went like this. It's insane because that's a whole 5 years. But like I said, it almost feels like just 2 years ago I was 18 and I was out here on the estate kicking ball with the boys, having a bit of banter, having fun. And it's like now I'm 22 and it's like full-time job, just gonna finish college. Yeah, it's like I'm a big boy now.
And all of the moves that you should have made back then, it's going to be too late. So, what am I saying? I'm saying that in your younger years now, build yourself. Be more concerned about building yourself than you are about anything else. And if you do that, by the time you get to where I'm at now, you'll be in a much better place.
You know, it takes a lot
Listen, I
of
know that
like.
many won't
I feel
listen.
like it takes a lot of guts, and it takes a lot of. It takes somebody that's very humble to come and like make this type of video, because he's here really admitting like, look, I haven't had a terrible life, but I definitely haven't had the life that maybe I imagined for myself when I was younger. You know, it looks like he's here working some kind of trucking job or whatever the case may be. He has his high vis on. Um, you know, he's just telling us a little bit about his life, talking about how he tried to give this advice to his kids. They didn't really listen. But it takes a lot of guts to honestly sit here and um, just be honest with yourself. You know, I really appreciate. You have to respect OG for doing this. He doesn't have to do this. You know, he doesn't have to try and give anybody game. Like, you know, but obviously he wants better for other people, not just themselves. He realizes he made a lot of mistakes. So, you know, he's trying to point other people in the right direction.
Again, I didn't. Often say if I would have listened to a fourth, not even all of it, if I would have listened to a fourth of what my parents was telling me back when I was in, around your age, I'd be in such a different spot right now. So whatever you're doing today that is occupying a good part of your time, and it's not going towards building yourself for the future, because the future is coming. If you're